What's wrong with me? That is the wrong question. It took me almost 30 years to figure that out. And I realize now that I am completely whole. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am a caring woman with so much to offer this world, so much to offer myself. I don't need to have a ton of people around me. And I don't want that. I don't mind having friends, but they can't tell me anything negative about myself and make me believe it. And they can't tell me anything good about myself and make me believe it. Because if it's something good, then I already believe it. Unless it's something I don't know. But in either case, I don't need someone to tell me how great I am. That's the point I'm at, right? But if somebody tells me something negative and they ever try to make me believe something negative about myself, about the world, about my business, well, guess what? They're going to be out of my life, okay? I no longer go searching for the answer to what's wrong with me in other people. If I'm having a problem with myself, I'll search it out on my own. And that's called personal development, which is far different than trying to fill a void, okay? But my point with this episode is that you should always go searching for the good in yourself. Because generally, people aren't falling at your feet and standing in line to give you compliments or encouragement. You know, and I always mention, there are people throughout your life that will be your cheerleader, like my grandmother and like now my Aunt Kathy. But you have to give what you want in this world. So go cheerleading for others and God will send you your cheerleaders. Cheerlead for yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Be your own hero. Be a superhero and save yourself. Okay? And then you're going to fall in love with yourself and you're going to start being a cheerleader for everyone else. You don't need cheerleaders. You need to be a cheerleader for yourself. But give what you want in this world, because you're the only one besides God that's going to be with you constantly. So you have to be your own cheerleader. And the road to success is hard. So just keep telling yourself, I can do this. I got this. I'm worth it. You shouldn't be asking what's wrong with me. When someone treats you badly, or when you're trying to be with someone in some type of relationship, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You should not ask, what's wrong with me? If someone doesn't want to be around you. Look, here's what you need to ask instead of what's wrong with me. Basically, it's what's wrong with them. They don't want me around. They got problems. I'm amazing. And it's like another thing. What is so great? Here's the most important thing. You're not even thinking. You won't even. This is going to blow your mind. When someone doesn't want to be around you, you say, what is so great about me that intimidates this person? Why don't they think that they're good enough to be around me? Why don't they think that they're great? And if they don't, then why should I? If they don't think they're good enough to be around you, believe them. And believe me on this. I'm not going to go into details, but I got many, many, many circumstances and situations with people. I won't give their names to protect their privacy, but I can tell you many times that people didn't think they were good enough for me. And I didn't know that, but I kept trying to hold on to these people because I was like, I wanted to relate. I've been so lonely, you know what I mean? Especially starting a business. But I can tell you, it's not a good idea to try to convince people how great you are. It's not a good idea to try to lift people up and try to convince them how great they are and how much you want to care about them and have them in your life. Just believe me, they're not good people and they're not meant to be in your life and you don't need them. And don't be afraid to give up the good to get the great, okay? Don't be afraid to give up the good to get the great. Because some people they're not bad people, but they're not at your level. And if you give up these people, you might be lonely. You will be probably lonely for a little bit, but you'll feel so much freer and you'll be able to be yourself. You won't have to feel like you need to answer these people. They're so needy, texting and calling and everything all the time. And you'll feel so much freer and lighter. And you'll be like, wow, man, that wasn't as hard as I thought. And the best part is you'll get better and stronger and you'll attract people in your life that are better than you are, so you can raise up to their level. They can help raise you. Not that you're going to be calling and texting them, but all the time and being needy, but people that are on a higher level than you, not that they're better than you, that's not what I mean, but they're better in their personal development, and they're better in their business, and they're better in a lot of ways, and they need you also to point out things to them and remind them where they come from, for one, and point out their blind spots too. People like coaches, for example, they coach you, and it's almost like, who's getting more out of this? Me, the coach, or the person I'm coaching? So you will attract better people. Don't be afraid to give up the good to get great. And don't be afraid to give up people that don't think they're good enough for you, because they're not good enough for you. If that's what they believe, they're not. Trust me. Some of them are downright toxic, but let's move on. So, it's obvious that if these people don't think they're good enough for you, it's obvious that they're hiding. And they don't want their insecurities and imperfections to come out. So the problem is they don't realize that the other person has imperfections too. And this is very, very immature. You need to let that go. If someone doesn't want to be friends with you or be around you, that is their problem. The people that want to be around you will find the way to do it, even if they are shy or insecure. So I recommend to you, this is a book I read like every couple of months. It's called The 4 Agreements. And to me, they're all very important, but one of the agreements is don't take it personally. So it's basically retraining your brain. So you have an agreement with yourself. Don't take it personally, because you really can't take it personally, because if you do, you're going to be just like them, sick in the head, right? So everybody does things for their own reasons. And I'll give an example that sounds extreme. My ex cheated on me and had a baby with someone I really care about, someone close to me. And he beat the hell out of me and all these things. And guess what? I didn't take it personally. Even when it was happening, I didn't take it personally, because I knew, number one, I finally got away from him about 10 or so years ago, 12 years ago. And I knew that there was some deep-rooted problems and traumas that he had, and eventually I found out what they were, but at the time I had no idea, but I just knew something was wrong with him, and I knew it had nothing to do with me. He was just trying to fix his own stuff by bleeding. I said, if you don't heal from your wounds, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. So fix your wounds and get away from these people. So don't take it personally. That's the thing. So if people don't want to be around you, just don't take it personally. If somebody hurts you, it may be intentional, it may not be intentional, but the result is the same. If you take it personally, you will be sick mentally just like them. So I'm going to share the link to this book, and it's called The 4 Agreements. And it's really great. I got mine on Audible. I love listening to it because the guy's voice is so soothing. Sometimes I listen to it before I go to bed. But it's a great book, and it's like almost like when I listen to it, I feel like I'm in heaven, because it's so soothing, and they got the music in the background. It's great. You'll love it. So I'll put it down there. You can get your first book. You get Audible for a month for free with my link, and it's $14.95 after that. They have lower plans too. You can cancel anytime, no commitment. $14.95 with Amazon and Audible, and or you can get other versions. But I'll put the Audible link. If you want the other version, please send me an Instagram DM and let me know if you want a different version. But I recommend highly the Audible version, because you can listen it to you while you're cooking some of my recipes on my YouTube channel. You can listen to it when you're running, whatever. But you'll love it, and this book will change your life. Okay, so just remember, like I said, you should never be so desperate to have friends in your life that you just accept any type of behavior. Just treat yourself well, and the friends and the family that are meant to come into your life will manifest by your positive thoughts and actions. I'm not saying they're going to magically appear, and I'm not saying it's some kind of weird incantation. It's just simply this. You attract who you are, and it's like a magnet. It's inevitable. It will happen. So just have faith in God and in yourself. And yes, even have faith in others. But if they do not think they're good enough for you, then believe them the first time. Just like Maya Angelou said, believe them or you'll end up getting hurt very badly, emotionally, sometimes physically too, okay? Just have a little patience, keep persevering, keep doing the good work. The Bible says never get weary in doing good. And first of all, start with yourself and do good to yourself. Keep doing it and improve upon yourself every day, and you will be rewarded, and it is worth it because you are worth it. And now the world can see, okay? Because you treat yourself differently, and the world will treat you differently, okay? God bless you all. I'm praying for you. Thank you so much for listening. I pray this touches you. Check out the Audible link. I get a little commission if you sign up for Audible. The 4 Agreements is one of the greatest books I've ever listened to. I would say read, but I've only listened to it. But it's the same thing. But, man, I just love doing this, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. And I want you to get your victories, legends, because you're worth it. My name is Liberty V Justice. There's no period in my V because my victories never end, and I'm here to help you get your victories, legends. You're worth it. Share this with a friend. Give us a 5-star review. And write a few sentences in Apple. Thank you so much. You're worth it.